Good morning, Hastings, and welcome. This is your go-to daily download from hastingsnow.com for everything you need to know about Saturday, February 7th. Let's jump right in. Oh, yeah. If you stepped outside this morning, even for a second, you know exactly what we're talking about. That crisp, cold air just hits you, doesn't it? A classic Hastings winter morning for sure. So let's talk about what that chill means for the rest of the day. Here's the full weather picture. Okay, now the interesting thing today is how steady our temperatures are going to be. We're looking at a high of 26 and a low of 25, so yeah, not a lot of change there. We'll have a light breeze, nothing too crazy. And the best part? Absolutely no weather alerts to worry about. Just a calm, cold day. So here's the play-by-play. This morning, you're going to see more clouds rolling in with temps just hanging out in the 20s. By this afternoon, we'll top out at that 26-degree high under a pretty typical winter gray sky. You know the look. And then tonight, it just stays cloudy and holds steady right around 25. It's one of those nights where your furnace finally gets a little bit of a break. So, what do you need to grab on your way out the door? Look, don't let those mid-20s fool you. A warm coat, a hat, and some gloves are pretty much non-negotiable. And if you are heading out early, a scarf or something to cover your neck will make a huge difference against that little breeze. And hey, a little pro tip, try to get any outdoor errands done earlier in the day. It just feels a bit better with the daylight. And of course, we have to have a little local humor to go with the forecast. But hey, it's not wrong, is it? You really can't beat that view from Levy Park, even if it does feel like you're standing in a walk-in cooler. All right, so let's zoom out a bit. Beyond what's happening just outside our windows today, every single day has a story. So let's open up a little time capsule for February 7th and see what makes this date so special. Check this out. It's pretty amazing how one single date can connect something that happened right here in Minnesota to one of the most important voices in American history, and all the way out to a jaw-dropping moment in space. Let's unpack each one. First up, something right in our backyard. On this day, back in 1851, the decision was made to make St. Paul the capital. Now, for us here in Hastings, that's a huge deal. That one vote shaped our entire metro area, the river corridor we call home, and you can still feel the ripple effects of that decision today. Then, a few years later, in 1867, Laura Ingalls Wilder was born. And while she was born over in Wisconsin, her famous journey, the one she wrote about in the Little House books, took them right through Minnesota. She captured the whole pioneer experience of this region perfectly. Her stories really became the voice of that time in our shared history. And now, let's talk about a giant leap. Because in 1984, the entire world was glued to their TVs watching this. That incredible image of astronaut Bruce McCandless just floating, all by himself, completely untethered from the space shuttle. It was just this breathtaking moment of human bravery and incredible technology, and it all happened on this very date. So there you have it. We've gone from the weather right here in Hastings all the way out to the grand scale of human history, all connected by a single day. I mean, it's pretty wild when you stop and think about it, right? The same 24 hours that bring us a chilly, gray Saturday in downtown Hastings also hold the echoes of the vote that built our state, the birth of an author who told our nation's story, and a moment when one of us literally floated among the stars. It's all connected. And that really brings me to one final thought for you. As you go about your Saturday with all this history humming in the background, maybe just take a second to think. What moment from your day today, big or small, is going to be worth remembering? Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.